Are endemic. The police often abuse their powers in the name of a paranoid state. China's government is determined to maintain its absolute hold on power. The government argues that human rights are an internal issue, even though it has ratified major international agreements. It's rush hour in Urumqi, capital of the far western province of Xinjiang. In a show of power, soldiers stage mock target practice in the main square. The exercise is designed to strike fear in the hearts of the mainly Muslim population. The authorities keep a close eye on the mosques as a potential focal point for discontent. Religious marches have been broken up and Muslim nationalists imprisoned. Religious leaders need government approval and must have an immaculate political record.
Spiritually and morally, one must be especially pure. Politically, one needs to have committed no errors to be especially clean.
The government tolerates religion only through official churches, where what is preached can be carefully monitored and vetted by the party. Those who take part in religious gatherings without official approval are often persecuted. Across China, scores are jailed, many have been tortured, and some have had their places of worship razed to the ground. This house church in Guangzhou dates from a time when Christians were persecuted far more than they are today. But even recently, it has been subject to raids and its congregation has been harassed. Samuel Lam, its 71-year-old leader, has spent more than 20 years in prison. He was forced to work in a coal mine for his beliefs.
The last time they come, November the 6th, this month, in the evening, 8 o'clock to 8:30 to 10:30, they call me to the government hall. Then come back and took away 40 boxes, Bibles and spiritual books away. After they closed our church, they took away the address book and go everybody's house to threaten them not to come. Otherwise, no job for you, no salary for you, no pension for you.
The autonomous region of Tibet. It remains extremely poor and deprived. For over 30 years, its people have witnessed a sustained attack on their native Buddhist culture. Many of its monasteries have been closed. Those that have protested against these policies have been mercilessly punished. Holdan Gyatso, a monk from Lhasa who was involved in the Tibetan independence movement, spent a total of 24 years in jail. During that time, he was severely and relentlessly tortured. At great risk, he smuggled out of China this collection of torture implements, which he says were used for crowd control and the extraction of confessions.
One thing they do is tie you up like this behind your back. They hang you from a loop from the ceiling and pour hot water from a thermos flask on your naked body, which hurts a lot. They can also hang you up and light a fire underneath you so that the flames burn you.
In 1989, Chinese troops crushed a popular protest movement, killing hundreds and jailing thousands more.
Human rights is not a native concept in China. The autocratic system has existed for several thousand years in China. The power of the autocracy is very great, and the consciousness of human rights, or the need of human rights, is very weak.
After the Chinese authorities brutally suppressed the pro-democracy movement, many activists fled China and sought asylum in countries such as the USA. They now form a nucleus of opposition to the Chinese government. Tang Bo-Chao now works in New York City. When he lived in China, he was severely tortured and beaten for the non-violent expression of his political beliefs.
These are the bloodstains on my shirt from when I was a prisoner. There were more, but I washed my shirt many times.
He was jailed alongside common criminals. Both police and other prisoners beat him.
One night in mid-1991, when I was sleeping, 7 to 8 men used a quilt to cover me and beat me into unconsciousness. When I came round, I found that I was bleeding all over my body, from my eyes and my nose.
Even art in China is vulnerable. Artists who follow their own ideas have been imprisoned and persecuted.
Why? Because the Chinese Communist Party wanted to control art, to make it serve their political ends. But I wanted to paint as I liked. They couldn't allow the scope of art to be broadened. My art was at odds with what they wanted, so they locked me up in jail.
Zhu Mingday is an artist who left China after years of imprisonment. His works were said to contradict the Communist Party, and for that they arrested him, shackled his thumbs, and beat him.
I thought that the mental torment was the worst. Every day they repeatedly asked me how much I sold my works for. I told them my art was not for sale. They said I committed a crime by painting. They confiscated and tore up my paintings.
In Tiananmen Square, scene of the 1989 demonstrations, citizens are kept under close surveillance for signs of dissent. China's new policy of openness does not extend to the thoughts of its citizens. Wherever they go, the police are one step ahead. Chinese society is experiencing an economic boom, but its government continues to repress basic human rights.